Hello crocheters, in this crochet tutorial, I'm gonna be sharing with you how to crochet a marigold flower. These are the materials we're gonna be using to crochet the marigold flower. To start, make a slip knot and then chain 11. Once you have that chain of 11, we're gonna be skipping the last chain and working into the following. However, we're working into the back bump of the chain. Starting from the back bump of the second chain, work one single crochet there and keep working one single crochet into each of those back bumps. Working into the back bump will create a V-like shape on the other side, which we're going to be working into like a stitch. Chain 1 once you're at the end, and we're going to be working on the opposite side into those V's. Into the next 5 stitches, we're going to be working one slip stitch. After working those slip stitches, chain 8. We're gonna be skipping the last chain and into the following work a slip stitch. Into the next 2 chains, work a half double crochet. Into the following chain, work a double crochet. Into the next 3 chains, we're going to be working a half double crochet, a half double crochet, and then a slip stitch. Now into the next 3 stitches, work a slip stitch. Chain 8 after working those 3 slip stitches. Skip the last chain and make a slip stitch into the next. Into the next 2 chains, work a half double crochet. Into the following chain, work a double crochet. Into the next 3 chains, work a half double crochet, a half double crochet, and then a slip stitch. Into the next 2 stitches, work a slip stitch. Now make your chain of 8 and then follow the pattern on the screen. Into the next stitch, we're going to be making a slip stitch. Now make your chain of 8, then follow the pattern on the screen. Into the next 6 stitches, make a slip stitch. Once you have those 6 slip stitches, chain 8 and then follow the pattern on the screen. Into those last 3 stitches, make a slip stitch. Chain 1 at the end and then cut your yarn. Pull through on the chain 1 and weaving those yarn tails. Now our leaf is completed. To start our next piece, make a magic circle. Into the magic circle, work 8 single crochet. For the next 4 rounds, we're just going to be single crocheting all around. Also, weave in that yarn tail from the magic circle. On to our next round. Into that first stitch, work 1 single crochet. And into the second stitch, work 2 single crochet. So this is what we're going to be repeating all around. Into the next stitch, work 1 single crochet, and then into the following, work 2 single crochet. So keep making 1 single crochet, then 2, then 1, then 2. For the next 2 rounds, make 1 single crochet into each stitch. Chain 1 at the end, cut your yarn and weave in the yarn tail. On to the next part, make a magic circle. Into the magic circle, work 10 single crochet. For the following rounds, we're going to be working into the back loop only. These are the front loops, and these are the back loops which we're going to be working in. Into the back loop of that first stitch, work 1 single crochet. That first front loop. Into the back loop of the next stitch, work 2 single crochet. Into the next stitch, work 1 single crochet, and then into the following, work 2 single crochet. Continue this pattern of 1 single crochet, then an increase, 1 single crochet, and then an increase all around. For our next round, into that first stitch, work 1 single crochet, and then into the following stitch, work another 1 single crochet, and then on the third stitch, we're going to be increasing, so work 2 single crochet there. So this is what we're going to be repeating: 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then an increase, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then an increase, and do this all around. For our next round, into the next 3 stitches, work 1 single crochet, place 2 single crochet into that fourth stitch, so this is what we're going to be repeating into the next 3 stitches. Work 1 single crochet, and on the fourth, increase, then repeat that pattern all around. Weave in that yarn tail before we move on to the next round. For the next 3 rounds, still working into the back loop only, work 1 single crochet into each of those stitches. After making those 3 rounds, we're going to be doing some decreases. Into the next 3 stitches, work 1 single crochet, over the next 2 stitches, we're going to be decreasing. Let's repeat that again. Into the next 3 stitches, work 1 single crochet, now over the next 2 stitches, work a decrease. Keep repeating the pattern of 1 single crochet into those 3 stitches and a decrease over those 2 stitches. Now for our next round, we're going to be working 1 single crochet into those 2 stitches. Decrease over those 2 stitches. We're gonna be doing this again, so into the next 2 stitches work 1 single crochet and over the next 2 stitches decrease. Keep repeating the pattern of 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, then a decrease over those 2 stitches all around. Now for this round, all we're going to be doing is work 1 single crochet into that first loop, and then over the next 2 loops make a decrease. Keep repeating that pattern of 1 single crochet and then a decrease. Go ahead and insert some stuffing before moving on to the next round. For our last round, we're going to be decreasing all around. Chain 1 once you're at the end of the round, and then cut your yarn, leaving a little yarn tail. We're going to be sewing that little gap closed. Go ahead and weave the needle through those 5 stitches. After weaving through those stitches, pull on the yarn to close the gap and weave in that yarn tail. You can mark the last loop as well as the first loop. For the next parts of the flower, make a slip knot and then insert your hook through the first loop. Once you've done so, place the slip knot onto the hook. Chain 1 to attach the yarn. Once the yarn is secured through the loop, we're going to be chaining 6. Back into that first loop, make a slip stitch. Into our second loop, work a slip stitch. Next, chain 6. Once you have your chain of 6, slip stitch back into that second loop. And we're going to be repeating the same pattern all around. So into that third loop, make a slip stitch. And work over that yarn tail as you go. After slip stitching, chain 6. Once you have your chain of 6, slip stitch back into that third loop. Continue the pattern of slip stitch, chain 6, slip stitch into each loop all around. After working in each loop, chain 1 and cut your yarn and just weave in that yarn tail. Now it's time to assemble the flower. You can add a little glue as you're wrapping the yarn around the stem. And once you're at the end, if you want, you can wrap the yarn back up. Here we have the final result for the crochet marigold flower. I hope this tutorial was helpful and thank you for watching.